Hello everyone, so in this video we have decided to show you what is Leaflet.js and how we implement maps in our applications. So basically this is a mapping application which we'll be building using Leaflet.js, which is a frame with some functionalities like you can add markers, you can add some features and OpenStreetMap, which is a free but also commercial purpose. Some tiles are available, but some free tiles are also available. What are tiles? Tiles are actually the images which are displayed in the frame which Leaflet provides. So basically this is it, and we will be building a application where you type some latitude longitude, you will see that in the you will see markers on top of the map. So this is a very basic application to show you how to use Leaflet and create applications. Later on, what you can build is the options are many. You can create a wildfire app, or maybe you can create a earthquake tracker or anything, or tracking the IS means the International Space Station which is there. You can track that also. So and you can create a COVID tracker which I have built earlier, and I have the link. I will put it in the description. And so the options are many. You can create any of them and use it to showcase your work to your employer or whatever. But or for fun projects also you can use this mapping application, or just to see how maps work. So there are companies which use maps, like Map My Customer is there, Mapline is there. So there are so many companies which are using maps, and this is actually the very beginning of how you can create mapping applications. So hope you will learn a lot from this video. So let's jump into the video. Hello everyone, so in this video what you will be learning is about Leaflet.js and OpenStreetMap. So how we leverage the power of both of them, and how we display maps, and how we manipulate and add logics to maps, that what we will be seeing. So first of all, let me just grab the Bootstrap basic starter template, so that I don't have to write those code, all those code, but I won't be requiring this hello world and all. So I will remove all of this, just the basic template which we need just to get us started. So that's pretty much. Then now basically we will have a div of ID map. You can have any ID, but this is actually for selecting the div where you want to display the map. Okay, for that reason this is the div which we have. Okay, so this is a mostly JavaScript. Okay, so basically now we are having the document.ready function. So we are alerting hello just to check if our JavaScript is working or not. Okay, so just to point you out why we need this OpenStreetMap. OpenStreetMap is for the tiles, which and Leaflet is kind of the frame where we display those tiles. Okay, so Leaflet provides all those features like you can put markers and all, and OpenStreetMap is the place which provides the pictures, which in other words is the tiles of the world map. Okay, so that being said, I will be grabbing the CDN link. Let me go to the docs and let me check from where I can grab the CDN links which we need in order to use both Leaflet, and we will also need the URLs for OpenStreetMap. So let me check if I can grab the CDN from here, or else I will see from where we can grab it, but we need the CDN first. Okay, so I am searching leaflet CDN, and let me see if I can find one. So this is the place where you will find the CDN links. You can just copy both of them from here. So this is the stable version. It is showing that it is the stable version, so we will copy this. So now we can use Leaflet.js. So this is the first line, which is for initializing the frame or the map, where we'll be adding the tiles, the markers, everything. We want a zoom level of 2.5 rather than 13. 13 is too big a zoom, so we will zoom it 2.5, which will give us an overview kind of the whole world map. So you can change this based on your requirements. And we are giving a width and a height of the maps just to see how big it will cover the screen. So basically I'm giving a height of 600 pixel and a width of 100%. And there you go, we have the frame. Just now you see that's the place where our tiles will get displayed, or the map will be shown over there. Okay, so I will just put this styling over here just to keep things simple rather than having it on the DOM only. So we will have it in the style part, and then we will. So now we need what we need is the tiles. So for that we will have the tiles URL. Okay, so we need the URL, and based on this URL the PNG files or the images of the maps will be fetched. Now OpenStreetMap has various kinds of tiles you can, and some are free, some are not. You can check some works, some I don't know why they doesn't work. So you can check, and you can just try and error with the URLs, and some are free, some you need for API for commercial use, and you have to go to their commercial website for that. But I am grabbing a free version with the attribution link also, so that we are free to use this. So this is the attribution basically. So you see, if we if I have taken this, but for this URL actually gives some I don't know, Arabic or some language map. So basically but this actually has a good look. The colors are fine, but the language is some other language. So I went ahead and what I did was I thought of using some other map. You can use that also. Some the major countries are in English only, but I thought of using some other map which has whole entire map in English. For that reason I just went ahead, and what I will be doing is I will just remove the attribution from here. We will have we'll have them in the variables, so that we have a clear understanding of what does what actually. So that's the reason I will just have it in a separate variable. So I am getting the attribution URL, and I will place it in a variable called attribution URL. And I will place it over here, so we have it in a single line or something. So basically that's our map, and now I will also see which tile URL works fine. So I will just change, and based on that you will also see that we can grab various kinds of maps, not just that blue one. So this is the white one. There is a darker one also. So if you want a cool UI kind of feel, so you can also have a dark color map. Okay, so this is the one, and this is another awesome way to display. So you see, if you zoom, it's showing all the deeper information like the states, the street, everything it will be showing if you zoom in and out. So that's pretty much it. Now we'll have this whiter one only. So but I was trying an error. I thought that this would be fine, but then I changed to white one because I like that a bit more. So and you see, this looks good, so we are good to go. So keeping this separate so that it's easier to understand that these are the variable declarations, not much code. So this is variable declarations or URLs, and this is the layer where we have the tiles. This is the map frame. And now we will also have the marker. So this is the marker, and for now it has a hard-coded value of 51.5 and something, but we will change that based on our inputs and not the hard-coded one. Okay, so this is a pop-up if you have some scenario where you want to display some text also. So this is a good option for that. I will be displaying hello world or my awesome app map or something like that, just to show you that it works. So this is what displays the information over there, but we won't be using it over here in this scenario, so I have removed it. This is the basic thing which we will be doing just to show you that how we implement map and not to go into too many things, so that the idea of basic understanding of how we implement a map is lost. So let's keep things simple, and that's why I have just not thought of adding too many things over here. But of course, using the same thing, you can go ahead and create a COVID tracker or something for your project, which I have. I'll share a link in the description for that, and you can check that also and create one for yourself. It's the same logic with a bit of different code altogether. So basically, we will have the latitude and longitude variables feeded with our input from the form and not directly. Okay, so here is the form, and we will have an ID of FRM, and we will have input. So but we will also have it in a grid, so that it looks a little organized. Actually, the boxes will be side by sides. For that we have a column is 5 and 2 will be fine. So we are having an input of type text. Class is form control, which is the bootstrap class. And just to remove the bootstrap look and feel, I will just give a border radius of 0, so that it looks at least a bit different from the usual which we see. So that's pretty much the styling and all. So we will copy this for one for latitude and the other for longitude one, and this is for the button or the submit button which we'll be having. Okay, so this is type submit. And all these are bootstrap classes. If you are not aware of bootstrap classes, I will recommend you to go ahead and see bootstrap video we have, but nothing much. It's just the bootstrap classes which we have. So we are having a margin of 20 pixel auto so that it gives a equal margin around the form, and we will center it. We will try to center this entire thing. It's going on the left hand side, I don't know why. So we will have a div of class container, and within that we will have this, and yes, that fixed the issue, and it's in the center of the screen. Looks a little bit decent altogether. And that will be fine. So let's give the ID for the latitude and longitude and the placeholder, and after that we can select the values once the form is submitted. So for that we will need the ID so that we can select those DOM elements. So you have the placeholder in place, so we will change that to longitude. So one thing to make sure, just to remind you, that once you have the form, west will be negative, south will be negative, and for north and east will be positive. So when you see me giving minus signs, that just means that it's south or west. So that's now we are selecting the values when the form is submitted. So we will have this entire thing within the form submit. Okay, so for that we are having the form query selector, and we are grabbing the form element, and then we are adding an event listener of type submit, which gets triggered when the form is submitted, and we will paste this entire thing above. So that this actually the marker changes when we submit the form. And just to see if this submit button is working, we will alert something. So let it be default for now, the marker. And this alert is working, which means the submit button is working. We will of course give e.prevent default just to stop the browser from refreshing when we submit. Click on submit, and then So on button click of submit, we want those values from the latitude and longitude text boxes. Okay, for that reason we are having this document.get element by id.value. We are grabbing this value. This is the latitude one, and we are having another one for longitude. So we won't be requiring this lat long, since we already have this latitude val and longitude val, which we will be using directly. So we will remove that where lat long thing, which is not required anymore. So let's see if this is working. So we are grabbing the USA latitude and longitude. So make sure this is west, which means it will have a negative sign. So we have to remove the previous one which was there. It was hard coded, so we have removed that, otherwise it was still showing that. So we removed that one, and now it will work just fine. And submit, and there you go, we have the marker on the screen on top of United States. So that's a great achievement. So far so good. And now let's see what more could be done on this. So let's see if we have it on India. And this is east, so it will be positive. Okay, so plus and submit. So you see this is not working, so we had a fix of this. If you wait, this will be fixed later on. Okay, at the next part of it, the upcoming part of the video, I have fixed this. It was because of something, but we got this. So so if you now give it and it will work, we have to refresh the page, of course, for this to work. So basically we have to give that e.prevent default, which I commented out. And if you see, of course this is working, but this will require you to reload the page every time. So we will do some more changes so that it doesn't require that reloading in order to see. So that is on India, you see right now. So this is pretty much it, and what we will do is we'll do a bit of more changes. Some more changes will be there. What basically we will do is we will just remove the code snippet. You will get to know in the upcoming part. So basically, let's see what more could we add over here. So let's see if London works. So you see one more thing to note, which otherwise you will get wrong input, is the negative sign, which should be noted. If you have a positive sign for a negative value, then that won't work. So this is west, so we will have a negative value and submit, and there you go, we have it on London. Okay, So basically what we are doing now is we will be removing this entire this part other than the marker thing, because it's not necessary every time you click that submit button you have to get the entire map. Okay, so we will keep that outside and load the map only once. So we will make these changes, just hold on. So we have the form at the beginning, but it's still not working. So why is that? So that is because the variable arr, the array, is still outside, so we will need that, so that we have to bring it inside the submit on submit listener. So only these two lines we will bring it inside, and make sure the whole form is outside, just to prevent every time you click on that submit button, otherwise it will get a new form, so get a new map, so we don't want that. So apart from that, we are just organizing a thing submit. Now we will have e.prevent default at the top. There are the variables, you have the array of latitude and longitude and the marker. So it looks fine now and this should work. And you have that marker on top of Russia. And now you have that marker on top of United States. So this is working, you see, but just now what mistake I had done after some time you will see is I was not giving the exactly for south negative sign, so you will see wrong display on the map. So it's very important you give that negative sign for south and west, just to have an exact location on the map. So for Brazil it's south and west, so means it's minus and minus, but you see I have given plus and plus and it will show some other location altogether. So, and that's not Brazil. Okay, so you see the negative sign is what is so important over here. So you see that's on top of the ocean, because still we haven't given that negative sign for south, so it should be accurate, otherwise it will show error. So let's see if Australia gets the exact point on the map. Okay, so let's check that, and it's south and east. So let's see. And again it's wrong. Why? Because we haven't given that negative sign. So this is just to show you that that negative sign is so very important, otherwise it will not show the exact location. So here you go, we have the negative sign and it's on top of Australia. Now let's see Brazil, and it should now work fine. If you see, if we give the negative sign, there you go, we have the Brazil, so it's both negative sign. Okay, and Brazil shows exactly correct. So this is guys pretty much it for Leaflet.js and maps, OpenStreetMaps. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.